Howard at Hogwarts. Did I freeze? I can't tell. You frozen for me, but I don't know if that means you froze or I froze. The live button says it's still there, but I can't tell. Okay, well, I am not sure how to troubleshoot this. Okay, you're back.
All right. Hello and assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to our podcast. And today we have Anthony with us. Thank you for taking out your time, and we welcome you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure. Definitely.
All right. So
You there?
yeah, can you hear me?
I can, but you keep freezing. I don't know if
Ah,
you're freezing or if
yeah,
I'm freezing. Somebody's freezing though,
uh,
because
yeah. I'm freezing actually. I don't know what's happening to my internet connection. Like working fine, and suddenly it is like uh, just going away. So I was requesting you to have some intro about and some kind of background.
yeah, sure, sure. Okay. Well, obviously my name is Anthony Lee. I've been in the Amazon space since 2014. Uh, I started with Zonblast that became Six Leaf, as well as a brand owner and seller myself, and then took on some consulting clients. Since then, I've consulted for six, seven, even eight-figure brands, run a handful of brands myself, and from Six Leaf, I went over and helped to build the beginning stages of Signalytics. I've also worked with Helium 10 and Canopy Management in, I guess, my professional career inside of the Amazon ecosystem. So that's me.
Awesome, awesome, great. So this topic, NFTs with e-commerce element. So this is going to be a new topic for like me and for everyone in Pakistan. So let's jump into it, and we would love to learn some things from you.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually prepared a presentation. Uh,
Yeah.
if I'm able to share my screen, can I do that?
Yes, please. Yes.
Hold on. All right. Let me know when you see it.
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay, perfect. Okie dokie. So today I wanted to talk about how to bring Web3 to your ecom business using NFTs and e-commerce. Um, the reason that I really like this topic is I have really embraced decentralized finance, blockchain, crypto technology recently is just almost an obsession. And I know that NFTs represents an amazing technology and technological advancement. It also happens to be a really popular topic right now. The problem is there's a whole lot of articles out there about how to, do NFTs with e-commerce, but there aren't a whole bunch of practical, uh, I guess, illustrations. There's not a whole lot of actual use cases that exist that can show people as an example. There are some, but they're hard to find. And then all of the articles kind of brush over the topic, like, "Hey, you should try NFTs because this is what you can do with them," but they don't tell you how. And then the ones that do tell you how, they give you kind of bad advice, leading you to marketplaces where you can only do like one at a time. I'm all about options and solutions that scale with a business. So this is what this is going to be about. Anyway. All right. So real quick, I know I just introduced myself, but I didn't go into detail here. Introduction to me and this presentation. I'm Anthony Lee, sold my own brands on Amazon, consulted, and then had worked with these fine companies as well, as you see on the screen. Today, what I want to talk about is how to integrate NFTs into your e-commerce offering. Um, Examples of online retailers combining NFTs with their offerings, successful implementation of NFTs into e-commerce, and the technicals on how you could implement this yourself. So this is going to be some actual actionable steps here. So we'll dive right in. All right. So first, I want to start with the examples, right? Because I think it's
Yep.
really important for people to kind of see what has been done. The first example I have here is the Board Breakfast Club. Uh, this is uh, this is an NFT and coffee subscription, right? So users get a digital asset, the NFT, but they also get a monthly bag of coffee. Very, very cool concept, beautiful merger between something in e-commerce and NFTs. So early on, users could mint an NFT on the website, but now I think they've all minted. So now you can only buy them on the secondary market, such as OpenSea. And then how it works is really simple. If you have the NFT in your wallet, like if you have the token, then you can get the physical product. So it's like it's like a club membership. So users also get an NFT, which is a generative art piece. And essentially what that means is it randomly adds traits and mixes them up. So every image is unique, and it changes things like the background and the food that's being eaten, et cetera, et cetera. And this NFT also comes as a banner that fits the dimensions of a Twitter banner. I wonder why they would do that. So as you can see here, is a really, really clever idea. Twitter happens to be a very big platform for crypto natives and blockchain enthusiasts. So this is great free advertising from anybody that purchased the NFT. They put it up as their Twitter banner, and as you can see, plenty of people do. So this is an example of the roadmap to kind of show you like what direction they're taking this, right? They have plans for more physical merchandise, but they also have plans to have like physical coffee stands and even a physical clubhouse for people to hang out in. All of this accessible by people who hold an NFT, one of these non-fungible tokens, in their wallet. All right, so my second example is a company called NFTs. The NFT is a digital image of a t-shirt, but it also comes with a physical t-shirt. So this is an example of those, right? The NFTs tend to be promotions for various crypto protocols. So essentially, what happens is a lot of these protocols they don't have merch. They don't start out of the gate with merch. So somebody else can easily come in and make merch, kind of promoting that protocol, and then all the people who are interested in that protocol, who have invested in that token, are happy to buy a T-shirt, and even better that it's an NFT of a T-shirt, and then they also get the physical T-shirt. So this is a really good idea, and they've been incredibly successful. Now, those two examples were NFT companies that are branching out into the real world. However, there are plenty of actual retailers who have also branched into the world of blockchain, right? So those two were already crypto companies. But Big brands like Gucci, Nike, Pringles, Campbell's Soup have all also introduced NFTs into their offering. And here's a great example of a retailer using NFTs. Taco Bell released an NFT directly to a secondary marketplace called Rarible. You go to Rarible and you buy one of these NFTs, it comes with a $500 gift card. So that was really awesome kind of way to get crypto enthusiasts into the Taco Bell ecosystem. But I want to show you the success that smaller brands have had with NFTs, right? Because the only stories we ever hear are about the Dolce and Gabbanas and the Adidas, NFT projects. But let's look at non multi-billion-dollar conglomerates and what they've managed to pull off. So Liquid Death was started by an ex Netflix employee, right? And they sell canned water. That's their thing. They're all about death to plastic. That's where that name comes from. Well, they released an NFT collection called the Murderhead Death Club. As you can see, they've transacted so far 786 ETH with their NFTs. And basically, what that means is a little over $1 million in today's price. Actually, after today, sorry, when I did this, the price of Ethereum was $300 cheaper, $400 cheaper than it is now. So that's much closer to like $1.5 million. That means that they've sold so many, and other people have sold so many, that $1.5 million has been transacted. They made a ton of money from selling them directly, and they also get royalties from the resale of all of those. So it was a very successful project for them and an extra source of revenue. Another smaller brand, The Hundreds, which was founded in 2003 by a couple of law school classmates, and they sell streetwear. They came out with an NFT project called the Atom Bomb Squad. They've done 29 million in volume with these NFTs. And the least expensive NFT you can buy right now is 400, sorry, after the updating price, closer to like $450. $450 is the cheapest image that you can buy of this. So they've made a ton of money. That's more revenue. And again, this is from a smaller company. This isn't, owned by a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. And then my last example is Big Face Coffee. It was founded by an NBA athlete in 2019, and they sell coffee. Well, they released NFTs that included physical coffee, right? So it was an NFT box. You get this image, and then on top of that, you get coffee, just like the Board Breakfast Club example. They only made 500 units, and they sold out at $500 a piece. So I would say for a first shot at NFTs on a smaller Shopify site, that was pretty successful implementation. And they got to also offload some of their inventory, which is going to inevitably bring people back for subscriptions of more coffee. So that was, I would say, a very successful implementation of a smaller brand using NFTs. So most of the advice that you'll get on how to actually implement NFTs technically is to go directly to a secondary marketplace. The problem that I have with that is they don't accommodate, most of the time they don't accommodate large uploads of collections, right? So they want you to do tiny collections, not 10,000 NFT collections, which I think is super limiting, and I don't understand that. And then also you get information from everybody that buys, but what you don't get is to kind of route it to your own database. I mean, I guess on OpenSea you might be able to because they have an API, but I'm not sure that it gives you that information. Anyway, I think it's a lot easier for you to own your own database. So here are some avenues you can take as a business owner to implement NFTs into your offerings. All right, so the first one is called Zero Code NFT. This is actually a service of developers that will create for you a mint site, which is a website where people can go and mint an NFT, and then they deploy your smart contract that allows them to mint your NFTs. So you own all that information. It's on your own website. Your servers, everything is yours. These guys are just going to set it up for you. I think that's really, really cool. And then from there, you get all that data from your buyers, and you can do whatever you want with it, the wallet addresses and any other information that you require from them. The next one is Nifty Kit. Nifty Kit has their own platform, but you can use their platform, set it up, and then people can go to their platform and mint your NFTs. And then my favorite new option, this is actually a very recent
Mm.
offering from Shopify. And so how Shopify works it is they don't mint your NFTs for you, but they have an integration with other NFT mint apps, and they'll help you to connect with them, get it set up so that your Shopify site also allows for people to mint your NFTs. And then from there, Shopify offers token gated functionality for NFT holders, which is, I think, super huge. Um, because, I mean, essentially, then you can gate sections of your website. You can make sure that only NFT holders take advantage of perks. They get free product or discounts, etc. And we'll go over that in the next section, which is ideas for implementation. Now that you know how to set up an NFT contract, and by the way, all of that supposes that you've already gotten the art done. If you want me to go into deeper detail about how to do that part of it, I can after. But imagining you've got access to art through an artist, or you have a generative program or whatever, um, that part's taken care of, then you can set up the contract. And then you move on to here. So, what are the ideas for implementation? Loyalty rewards, right? So, NFT holders, you can do airdrops, which means you automatically deposit other NFTs or other crypto into their wallet, their crypto wallet. You can give early access to new products, lifetime discounts. As long as an NFT holder has the NFT in their wallet, you can set it up to where they can always come and enjoy certain discounts because they're a member of the club. Stored value, you can put rewards points on on these NFTs, which they can then redeem for whatever, and then offer free products. So that's just one aspect that is still very much not explored yet, which is using NFTs for loyalty rewards. You can also use it for future utility. This is like if you hire developers and you really want to go deep on this, you can set up a metaverse game, right? A game in one of the many metaverses that exist currently, or hire developers to build your own. You can also do metaverse objects, right? So, like branded merch inside of other existing metaverse games, and then metaverse perks. So here's an example, because that might seem like an odd concept. There's a game currently called Decentraland, which is a metaverse game that users can currently go into and play. You can buy land, which is in the form of an NFT, on Decentraland, and then use their developer tools to build like a building or something, and then give NFT holders access to your like clubhouse or whatever in Decentraland. So that's just an example of some higher level stuff you can do in Web3 as a brand owner. And then one of the most popular things that currently people are doing is offering real world perks, right? So I think AMC or some other big theater offered NFTs, which give holders certain perks that get them access to venues. Um, I know Coachella did this, right? You buy the NFT and then you have access to, I think, however many Coachellas in the future. Um, Anybody that's been in the Amazon space for a while and knows the founders of Helium 10, Manny Coates and his partner, Guy, they started an NFT project. And part of their real world perks for NFT holders is Mastermind. So there's just so many opportunities for a crossover between brands, e-commerce, and NFTs, and that's the presentation that I have for you.
All right. So yeah, I have been following the many course project like Bulls and Apes,
Hmm.
and the perks are great. Like they are, if you buy NFT, then they will get you some tokens after like 30 or 60 seconds of NFTs. And if you hold, like they do, I believe 10 or 30 tokens per day, you get like 600 tokens. Then you can buy another NFT from that token, and they give you access for their Discord group in
Hmm.
which they have investors, in which they have like some billionaires and millionaires who offer joint ventures and some venture capital. So that is a really good project they are doing. So because I am also in this NFT world, so I have been like studying a lot what is happening in the NFT world. So that was a really great information for this. Uh, and let's like if uh, a brand is like he has couple of products like 3 to 5 products in on Amazon because they have a community here in Pakistan and they would like to jump into this NFT world, and they want to move their brand to NFT. So what would be the first step for them? What do you think?
Sorry, you keep cutting in and out, and I'm trying to stitch
Oh, I'm
together
sorry.
the
I'm
question,
sorry.
but I was unable to, I'm afraid.
I'm sorry. Let me repeat. I was saying that if the NFT world is in Pakistan, and what would be their first step if they would like to jump into NFT and upgrade their brand to NFT?
I think I got all of that. It still cut out a little bit, but I think I got it. So, what's the first step for a brand owner with a small amount of
Yeah,
products that they sell on Amazon?
yeah,
So,
exactly.
I think the first step, the easiest step um, for a newer, smaller seller would be to get a Shopify site up, and then I would go the Shopify route, just because the other stuff requires a little bit more of a budget and some more commitment to getting other team members involved in the future. So the first step for a smaller seller, I think, would be to get a Shopify set up. Once you have your offerings on Shopify, you really want to flesh out like why do you want an NFT? What are you going to do with it, right? If you're doing an NFT to complement your physical products brand, then you want to figure out exactly what perks it's going to offer, and then you also want to figure out what it's going to look like. You're going to need to hire an artist, unless you already are one or you have one on staff already. You want to hire an artist because there needs to be some type of representation, digital representation for whatever it is you're offering. And then you can do like the coffee and you can sell it and it can represent X amount of physical product if you want, or you can implement one of the rewards ideas. And I think the easiest way to do that is through Shopify. And it's just an extra perk, and it allows you to attract people who are crypto enthusiasts into um, your ecosystem that you might not find them as Amazon shoppers, but you could find them, over here doing all the crypto stuff. And they're like, oh, I like NFTs and I also like this product. And then you would open up that new market segment. And I would say Shopify is the easiest. If you happen to be a brand owner that maybe you yourself or somebody on your staff is like a phenomenal artist and you actually feel like you could just make money with the art as a new revenue stream, don't do the Shopify route. This time you're going to want to get a mint site set up. I would go with the zero code. It's $800 for a contract. Um, but if the whole goal is primarily to generate revenue through the NFT, because maybe like the art is just phenomenal and people are going to want to, buy it for that reason. Or if you happen to be a developer or you happen to have a developer who knows how to do stuff with 3D or gaming or anything like that. You could even have a roadmap that includes um, some type of game in the future. And if that's the case, then you would also want to set up a mint site so people have an asset that they can then pull into the metaverse.
Okay. So, yeah, I was looking at the NFTs project, and they almost all of them have like 10,000 uh, at a minimum. So, am I going to have 10,000 NFTs?
I'm sorry, I didn't get any of that. You were cutting out every other word.
All right. Let me just give me a second.
Okay, dokie. I think everybody can see and hear me. Um, if that's the case, I'm looking at the comments right now. If anybody wants to ask me any questions,
Okay, I'm
you were back just long enough for me to hear. Okay, I'm.
Can you hear me now?
I heard that.
Okay. So I was asking that with the minimum of 10,000 on it. So is it okay to have 10,000 NFT?
It's cutting out again. I heard something about minimum 10,000, and that was it.
All right.
You want to type it
I
out
don't
in
know
there?
what's I don't know what's happening on the internet. It was working fine. So let me uh guys, if you have any questions, then put those questions on the on the chat, and I believe like we have to uh, conclude this a bit quick. Internet is not allowing uh, to continue.
I'm very sorry. I don't know what's going on. I'm interested in what question you were asking though. 10,000
Yeah,
what?
I was I was asking uh,
The universe just doesn't want you to ask it. It's too powerful a question. But were you at? I think you said something about a minimum of 10,000 NFTs.
yeah, yeah.
Are you saying is that the minimum?
No, I am saying, is it compulsory to have 10,000 NFTs?
Is it? Did you say is it customary?
Compulsory. Is it
Compulsory?
compulsory
No,
to have? Yeah.
no. You can have as many. You can have as many in the collection as you want, or as few. Um, 10,000. The reason why a lot of people do 10,000 is because okay, so NFT art can be what's called a one to one, which means this is a unique piece that somebody creates. But it can also be generative. And how it's generative is there are programs out there. So some genius created this program in Python. And since then, people have replicated it. And now you can buy it from anybody that's a vendor. But this program, essentially, how it works is you draw, or you have an artist that draws a singular trait, right? A hat, a set of sunglasses, and then like the outline of a body. And then each trait has variations. Like the body is, five different colors, right? One, two, three, four, five colors. And then five different sets of clothing, and then five different headpieces, a bunch of different color hair, etc. Those are all traits. You end up with a couple hundred uh, traits, and you put it in this generative program, and it cycles through various combinations of the background, of the skin color, the hair color, of the accessories on the head, of the accessories on the face. And because there's so many combinations, you can have it run for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and each one will be different. So 10,000 just kind of became like a standard number, just because you don't want to go crazy, right? Like you can't go out there with like 100,000 just seems like too much. A lot of projects actually go for 1,000 or less, but you can do more because of these generative programs now.
Okay, so I think that let's schedule this again because I don't know my internet. Like to thank you for taking up your time today.
Hey, thank you for having me.
In
I'm
and
I'm sorry for whatever network issues are there. I really hope that I don't know, somebody creates an NFT project because of this. That'd be cool.
for sure. So I will be requesting you to come again, and I think we will be talking on this again really soon.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, and apologize, guys, for the internet issue. Thank you. Bye bye.